here with James Wilson, and he's the creator of both the Nervous System Reboot and the Nook community space. Hi, James.
Hey, Lindsay, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Great. Thanks for being here. Could you, in a few minutes, summarize for us your two programs now that you have going on?
Yeah, sure, I'll do my best. So I'll start with the Nook, which is my new monthly membership. So I like to think of the Nook as I called it a home for healing. So the concept that it's a kind of little corner of the internet to feel at home on the kind of healing journey. And I suppose there's like two main elements to it. One of which is an on-demand content library, which is full of guided practices that are designed to kind of nourish and heal the nervous system. So within that, there's guided brain retraining, guided meditations, breath work, things like yoga nidra. There's going to be a lot more kind of restorative movement coming on that as well, with yin yoga and qigong and different kind of movement modalities, I suppose. And that just grows over time. So every week I upload a new kind of weekly practice to that library. And then every week there's also a live class or live workshop where we kind of take a deep dive into a different kind of topic for the week. So this week, for example, it's going to be an inner child connection workshop. And as part of those live sessions, generally what we have is a kind of an introduction, a discussion. There'll be a guided practice, a kind of an immersive element to it, and then kind of opportunity for Q&A and interactions to kind of build community at the end as well. And all those sessions then are recorded and placed in the on-demand library for members as well. So all of that is included in the membership, which is just £15 a month. And then the third element to it is these what I'm calling co-regulation and coaching circles. So they're going to be small groups of 8 people, and really an opportunity to kind of feel very, I guess, like seen and understood on the journey, connect with other people going through something similar, and get some kind of group coaching along the way as well. They're an additional cost to the membership, but you get 25% off being a member. And so there's a couple coming up in December of this year, and then I'll be doing kind of consistent groups of them from the start of 2023. Almost forgot what year was coming up then. So that's the kind of a summary of the Nook, I suppose. And really, yeah, I just wanted to have a feel of being somewhere kind of very homely and somewhere where, you know, through all of the like challenge of doing all the kind of healing work, you can kind of go and be guided through lots of practices, and so a very kind of almost like an easy and comfortable space to kind of be nourished. So that's the Nook. And then the Nervous System Reboot is my kind of online course, I suppose, and that is now just as a self-study version, so you can take yourself through it in your own time and your own pace. And that really kind of goes, I guess, a bit more into detail and takes you on a bit of a kind of a journey through a mind-body kind of nervous system healing process. So we kind of start by understanding the nervous system and polyvagal theory, and mapping your own kind of unique sense of where your nervous system is at and what you need, and kind of building your like regulation toolbox for your nervous system. And then we kind of weave through doing some inner child work in there as well, and kind of getting a really clear understanding of I guess maybe what's got you to where you are now, and understanding different kind of trauma patterns. And then we work through kind of mind and body. We do brain retraining. There's some different kind of, well, I want to say brain retraining. I've kind of tried to, I guess, do a bit of a tweak on brain retraining, which is kind of all about this kind of sense of self-compassion and flexibility at the heart of it. And then there's breath work in there. There's restorative movement in there. We've got some qigong in there. So we really kind of weave through a kind of holistic mind-body approach to kind of healing the nervous system. And it's all kind of, yeah, it's all designed with this thought of doing the work, doing all this kind of internal discovery, but with this sense of kind of self-compassion at the heart of it. So that's £250, and you can pay in 1 and 2 installments, and you can just take yourself through it very much at your own pace and your own needs. You can get some support as you go through it. You can leave comments in the practices and all the videos and bits and pieces, and I do come back to help people who need it through that. But yeah, so that's a nervous system. That's a nervous system reboot.
Great. Yeah, that sounds so good. Like, your nervous system reboot's really holistic in what it covers, but now that you've added the Nook, you're giving people a chance to have a bit of a more community feel, and we have all those practices on demand, and the calls will be really cool so that people can interact with each other as well. Really, really cool. What would you say sets your programs apart from whatever else is out there on the market?
Yeah, well, I think the one thing would be the real the guided element of it, especially in terms of the practices, and that's something that I kind of found a lot through my own journey. Is like, the real, especially on the tough days, how challenging it is to like get yourself to do the practices that are going to support you, and almost I remember kind of almost like dragging myself to do my brain retraining or do my meditation or my breath or whatever it might be. And so I really wanted to create, and it's in both of them, lots of different guided practices to support people so that actually you can log in and you can have someone to support you in that process. So I think that would be one element, and just have that kind of accessibility of just diving in and choosing what kind of meets your needs each day, like waking up and go, oh, today I need brain retraining, or today I need breathwork practice, or today I need a yoga nidra, and being able to access that kind of at a low cost. And then with kind of, which runs through both of them, I would say also this lens of, as I've kind of talked about, this lens of flexibility and self-compassion. And I think that's through my own recognition that, I certainly had a real kind of pushing and achiever mindset with a lot of my life, but also my healing. And I think a lot of people experience that as well. So trying to bring a sense of kind of softness and nurture and compassion and community into all of it as well. And sort of enabling people to feel like quite understood as they go through that process, and that they can, just show up as they are, imperfect and a work in progress, and that being okay. So I kind of try to place that at the heart of both of them. So I hope that kind of comes through in some way. But yeah, I would say they'd be probably the two things I think that perhaps are a little unique in that sense.
Yeah, I think that, having that compassion, and then also it just adds the flexibility, which is a part of compassion, being able to choose what's right for you every day. I love that about it. It sounds like it could be really helpful for someone who's like, I'm not sure I want like a boot camp like program. It could be much more flexible, I think. Cool. And what would you say, what animal would you be if you were an animal, and why?
So I've really just come up with this one, but I'm going to say a penguin, and the reason for that is I'm actually right now somewhere right by the sea, and I generally love to be as close to the water as I can be. It's my kind of happy place. It's where I feel most kind of calm and sort of grounded. But as I also think about it, I know that like penguins like to kind of huddle together, don't they, in a real like community, and they keep warm, and so I think that comes through as well. And I really enjoy that kind of like close connection with people, and having that kind of community, which I'm kind of searching for, I suppose, a little bit. And so I think they've got a good combination of like, being in and around the water, but also kind of doing all right on land, and having some people around them, all penguins. So I think maybe a bit of penguin.
I think that's great. And like, I remember seeing that if an egg is abandoned or something, another penguin will raise it. So the compassion element of like taking care of each other, I can see that really strongly with you. Good choice. I thought we'd make like a graph or something of all the creators and their animals. Well, thank you so much.
Have a little animal farm.
Yeah, it'd be so cute. Well, thank you again, and have a really great day.
Thanks very much for having me. You too.